What's up? It's your boy Django, host of the greatest show on earth, Django's Breakdowns, and I'm here with my brother, Jersey's finest, NateTaylorr. Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
And action.
Yes, sir. Jersey's finest. How y'all doing, man?
Good to see you, brother. I always got to start with a dap. I feel like, okay.
I don't know what we doing.
All right. So, keep it a buck. So it's actually, Nate is one of my favorite artists out right now, and he is the prime example of if you create great music, your fans are going to find you. Because it was his fans that actually put me on to his music, and from there, as soon as I heard it, I had to make a post. I make the post, he hits me, I have to come out to Jersey, and we immediately say we got to do an interview. And I think like there's so many times people hit me up that say like, oh, can you put me on? Can you put me on? But if you put the music out the way Nate does, your peoples will speak for you.
I love my fans, man. I bet that was so crazy how it happened because they really started tagging like, yo, you gotta see this guy. He has great content over here, bro. I feel like he gotta talk about your album. And I was like, who? I just started doing my own research on it. I'm like, I like your commentary. I was like, oh,
100%.
cool. And then I was like, yo, definitely check my music out, man, if you like it. I'm not gonna like pitch like crazy, but it's like, yo, you check it out, you check it out.
100%, bro. And then when I saw it with Sensitive Gangsta, it hit my soul as a person who's also suffered from perpetual infinite motion. Yeah. I understand kind of what I knew exactly what the vibe was. Yeah. It was like, it's like, I think at the end of the day, sometimes people try to be so nonchalant in a way that almost felt like the opposite side. Like, I don't think it's chalant. It might be Sensitive Gangsta. What is Sensitive Gangsta to you?
Sensitive Gangsta to me, honestly, when I first started using the phrase, probably like 2 years back.
Yeah.
And I was literally just calling women that because they're just very sensitive and they're also gangsters nowadays. No, seriously, I only use it for women. I was like, yo, like you guys are so soft, but yo, when I throw on like a Future song, you get like real passionate, you turned up, and I just feel like they have such a backbone, like they have such like, you know what I mean? They're very like in control of what they want to do nowadays. So it's like I fuck with that. And then my manager, he basically was like, yo, like, you say the phrase a lot. Why don't you just use it? And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll embrace it. You know, really start using it. Call myself Sensitive Gangsta. At a time where I wanted to do something different. It was very experimental project for me when I first did the first one. Mm-hmm. And like I dropped it and it just started going. I started getting called Sensitive Gangsta, like a brand, like for real. And it was really dope to see that. And that was my first charting project ever. So like that was really like a moment for me. So I was like, let's do 2.
That's a big vibe.
Yeah.
And then you ran it back.
Yeah, and I only do 2. I don't do like 3s. I think trilogies are too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think the recent trilogy was too much?
No, I just feel like the first, like I just feel like once you do it 1 and 2, you don't really need a 3.
I feel that. Okay. You said what you needed to in the Sensitive Gangsta universe.
Yeah, basically. You know.
I feel that.
I seen a lot of people like start copying it, and I was like, I don't really like seeing that. I like making sure. When I first started doing it, then it started really getting like more popularized, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like you toe this line of hip hop and R&B when I listen to your music.
Absolutely.
Where it's not quite just rhythm and blues. Well, I feel like the music has this hint of hip hop, the bass line, the beats, but on the flip side, you're singing in a way that it hits certain parts. Like, who would you say are your muses as you create music? Like, who are those people you think of sometimes, I guess?
When I make music, or like so basically muses of my music.
Like your muses of your music, yeah. If someone were to say
my life.
Your life.
Yeah, my life.
Oh, okay.
It's my life, and honestly, like my life surrounding obviously my love life, my family life, my relationships with like the industry, my relationship with like, you know, like I do a lot of reflecting. So like when I think about what so I look at every project, I know what I was going through in that time. So like I like making their like little capsules and journals of each project.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you put the music out pretty quick after you finish like recording, mixing, and mastering, or do you like to sit on it for a while? What's the vibes for you?
The longest project I ever withheld and wanted to work on was 2 years. So I started in 2022 to 2024, and that was my project, There's Always More. That's the one that really got me like known in this space.
Yeah.
And then after that, I usually like working on a project for at least a year. EPs, depends, honestly. I might take 6 months. Might do something quick.
I like that. With Sensitive Gangsta V2, it felt very cohesive it was almost like a through line and a storyline of maybe it sounds like a capsule of a certain time in your life. Would you say that was the case? Like, was it like a through line of a time frame that you were in that really spoke to you?
Absolutely. I definitely needed, when I feel like when I do these songs and these projects, I gotta get this out. Like that's the once I made that, I'm cool. Like I don't have to make it again.
I feel that.
That's what I did.
I love that.
Yeah.
What are you listening to right now? Like what sort of the vibes?
Inspiring. It's really crazy. Like I like searching for things right now that are really inspiring. Like Drake's new project really put a little fire in my back to like really want to do that.
I feel that.
Yeah, like I feel like this like the push he did on Iceman, the push he did on Habiti. Like he just dropped 3 different projects and it was just phenomenal and just like like he's still doing it like 20 years down the game right now, man. Like that's
100%.
incredible. And people don't give him a lot of praise for that. Like give him consistently great music.
100%.
You know? So like then other people in the field, I love Shea Crew. I think he's an awesome artist, producer. And another project I was listening to lately, I would say Leon Thomas for sure. Leon Thomas is one of those where it's like he's going crazy.
Every time.
O'Deal.
O'Deal's fire.
O'Deal's doing phenomenal. And K1. I like K1 too.
K1, I like that.
Yeah.
You shouted out an artist in one of your songs and
yeah, you're funny you brought that up. Donnell Jones too.
Donnell Jones, yeah. I looked it up after I heard it in the song. I was like, who is Donnell? At first I think I talked to you about this before. I thought you were talking about the gospel singer, like Donnell Jones.
No.
And I was like, wait, what song is this from Donnell Jones? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, no, this is fire.
Donnell Jones doesn't get the respect like he needs to. Like
you heard it. Donnell Jones not getting the respect he needs.
Donnell Jones, you are a legend. Forever a legend. Remember that.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you think separates Donnell Jones from the rest? What makes him a legend?
I think he revolutionized just like the spot of R&B. Like it was his subject matters. Shorty got eyes on me. That when I was like young, that was the first song I remember. Say what, all that. There are definitely like impactful songs I remember back, and I reintroduced to what he was doing when I got a person in like the industry. I'm like, you remind me of Donnell Jones. I'm like, that sounds so familiar, and then I went back and like, oh, I can see why y'all kind of get where I was talking about, like my words and everything.
I feel that. I think me and you were talking about it earlier, briefly, and it was kind of touching on how I think you created the success you have. You were talking about how different pieces really matter, even more than just the music. Like you can make great music, but you also got to put yourself out there. You also got to be like branding. I feel like I'd love for you to touch on it because I think a lot of artists like can be discouraged when they make great music and it doesn't just hit, immediately.
Yeah.
And I always tell them like music. Like there's a new song uploaded to Spotify every 1.4 seconds. So it can't just be you upload music. It's almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
And you were talking about that other side. I'd love for you to talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, so that was a great transition. So the 3 things I usually like to now to understand like every great quality artist has, every legend artist has is brand identity. There is consistent quality. And there is you got to care about it. Like you got to be obsessed about it. If you don't have those 3 qualities, I don't think you're gonna do very far in the music industry. Any industry you want to do, I think you just need those. You know.
So let me ask you a higher level question. How do you describe your brand identity? Like, how would you, if someone was like, "Yo, what's the brand identity?" What would you put on the swatch?
On the swatch right now is, I guess, the Sensitive Gangsta.
Yeah.
What I put on there, my brand identity, I would talk about majority of my life is like I talk about intricacies of storytelling of R&B. That's why like when you brought up like hip hop and R&B, like the storytelling of R&B is usually very like sensual and yearning, but then like in hip hop it's kind of like talk about your life. So like I'll even yearn my life in songs.
Yearn your life.
I'll yearn the life I want. Yeah, like the life I like. So I don't be constrained in just being like I'll make love songs about my love, but sometimes like obviously I'm very sensitive, so it's like I'll start talking about my love life when I'm going through.
I like that. I like that. Look, y'all heard it. It's not just enough to do the music. It's a part of you that also has to go a step further. And what do people say when they see you? Like when I saw bro, I immediately knew the gangster was sensitive, but it's love. it's love. When you as you're working on music right now, like what's the vibe? What's the frequency you're on right now?
Bright. Yeah.
A little less darkness?
Yeah, it's gonna be more like my not turn up, but more of just upbeat, very like different soundscapes of like just because right now we're in Jersey right now, we're on the East Coast, man. Go Knicks, Knicks in 5. I'm gonna say, it's just like the outside. Like I want to feel lively. It's not isolation. It's very like or hear. We want feel good music. We're gonna have like honestly still talk about like my life in it, but just obviously conversations. You know, just
100%.
yeah.
I feel like, me and you were talking about it earlier. I think one of the biggest mistakes artists make is they will make what they think people want to hear. And like you'll be in the studio being like, oh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna hear? Or what are they gonna think when they hear this?
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you're more worried about how you think someone's going to react to what you've created, you might create something that if it doesn't do well, now you're looking back like, should I just done what I thought was good?
I used to think like that though.
You do? You think you wonder what people think?
I used to think like that.
Oh, okay.
I think every creative feels that way in some points when you're going through that, and it's like then you realize like like maybe I'm overthinking it. You start. I think like there is a thing of being too good at something that you'll just really just like, am I doing this right? He did it this way, but like if I take a little piece from this, that like just go with it, let it flow. That's why flow state's such a real thing. When you're in flow state, you're just going off of what you're going off of. That's like your gut, your intuition of what you've been doing. So to bring it back to your question, I feel like after my 3 questions, you said like the brand identity. And then when it comes down to consistency, I consistently drop a project every year since 2018.
Hell yeah.
I've never missed a year.
Hell yeah.
And then
On some Drake joint.
Yeah, like that's why I look at it as like like that's in hip hop like you kind of want to push out product, but like it's kind of like live, like you don't want to miss those. And then the consistency of like making sure like I always tell myself if I don't outdo or I'm up a little bit where I was today from last year, I don't feel like I did my job then. I feel like I did something misstep which I had,
You know something interesting? With you towing the line of R&B and hip hop, I just kind of had this thought, with hip hop, people are always looking for someone to be like even greater than the last project in a way. Whereas like in R&B, like when you think about like a Neo or Chris Brown or Usher, I don't necessarily know that there's a pressure to somehow one up that past version of yourself as much as just make more music that people expect.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Nah, I do and I don't, because I also.
Well, let me backtrack. Do you feel like that's true? Like, do you feel like people force R&B artists? Like, do you think that people maybe have more of an expectation of a hip hop artist to push themselves, whereas like maybe for an R&B artist, there's less of like, I need this next project to be better than the last one. Yeah. It's more like, just give me what I love about your R&B, I guess. Or do you think I'm off on that?
No, you're not off on that, because there are different ways to branch upon that.
You know, okay.
When in R&B, like, for instance, like if you have an R&B album that like you just broke up with your girlfriend and now you have that attachment to that album, you're now looking at it like, hey, I need this feeling again, like make me feel like that type of feeling. But maybe I'm not going through that. Maybe 100%. I'm going through love. Maybe I'm not in heartbreak. Maybe I'm feeling this. And now there's a lot of artists we can bring up that people like, oh, you're not good as your first project. Or like we want this album like this, and why aren't you looking like that? And it's like, bro, like this is where you are in life,
Right.
So I think in R&B we have different pushes of we need you to sound like this, or the girls, we want you to sound more like her, like So I feel like in that explanation, it's like we might not have to outdo our project in the sense of like lyricism or just numbers, but we might have to outdo just the feeling we gave you.
Like to bring that feeling back.
Yeah.
I feel like that's actually, because me and you were talking about Drake earlier, I think that's the catch-22 for him. Like, for me, for Drake specifically, I love the way that the music makes me feel. It takes me to the same space that no other music takes me to. But then some people are like, well, I'm over this. But in my head, I'm also like, but I'd expect Neo or Usher or Chris Brown or any other R&B artist to take me back to the same place that I want to be at with them,
If you've got a classic.
Yeah, if you got a classic. But it's also just like there's a space that every artist in their own way takes me to. Like when I listen to your music, I found it. That's how I realized it was very organic, because I felt like I was actually in a new space listening to your music. And sometimes like artists, when I listen to like a newer artist, it will be like a Drake type beat, it'll feel like. But for you, there are sounds that are similar, but I felt like I was in a new space. Like you had curated this space where it was a part of my life. And I think that really matters. I feel like that's like the pocket sometimes though, where if you're in that in between of hip hop and R&B, people's expectations of you almost get like tripped up. Cause it's like on one side from a hip hop perspective, it'll be like, we need more material. But on the R&B perspective, it's like, I love where you take me. Like, I'd love for you to just take me back to the same space.
I battled that though, cause it's my personally, like, I know I'm a singer.
Okay.
I know I sing like that, but I do teeter the line of melodies for like almost like, the pockets for that,
I feel that.
Like sometimes like I feel like I could just do one thing, but like I don't want to do just one thing. I want to branch out. I look at myself as an artist that way. So like I'm blessed. Shout out to the dark R&B community. Shout out to the R&B community. You know, y'all always show me love. You know, but I don't like really expect like to be treated like a hip hop artist. I just love hip hop so much. You know.
I also think that the genres are blending. Like I think that
Yeah.
I think that in the past, maybe if you were like Ja Rule was maybe one of the earliest people who really sang while rapping, right? Like where it was just, you know what I'm saying? But then it was like as time has evolved, if you do have the ability to sing and you also love hip hop, I think you're seeing more of that blend. Honestly, the craziest blend was when Chris Brown and Tyga did that mixtape. I don't know if you remember
Of course.
and Trey Songz was doing the mixtape.
Fan of a fan.
Fan of a fan, and Trey Songz was doing Trey Songz did like
Anticipation. Anticipation 1 and 2, man.
Bro, that was a time.
Yeah, but that's where I grew up here. Like, so it's like it's dope, you know, to see that. Like, then we have artists that branch off that, like Bryson, Party, and like Black. You know.
Yeah, heavy. I feel that, bro. I really love like where I know some people want to keep it pure as far as hip hop and like being just the purest version, but I feel like that evolution is a part of people. Like the amalgamation of who we are as people. Like we're more connected than ever, and in some ways we have the ability to be anything. Where maybe in the past, like people, like I think about even like Ye, like when Ye was pushing the boundary for music each time, there was kind of this pushback of like, I don't know if we like this, but when you look back at it, you can see the through line of like the next artist that pushed it from where he took it to like the next one. And I feel like you're like an evolution of all these years of hip hop and R&B.
100%, man. I really do believe that.
That combo on the Venn diagram, you saying like right there.
I'm like right there.
Yeah, bro.
I'm twisting it down. What's going on?
On another note, one thing I've realized every time I hear you come up, whether I'm talking to somebody or even like with the homies who you're around, I feel like everybody like sees like greatness in you generally, and I feel like you like exude such like a positive space where. A lot of times, sometimes, I'll talk to artists and they're so solo dolo, but I actually feel like it's just like a whole crew of people who believe in you. Is that like, do you get that vibe? You get that feeling?
Yeah, I love my family. I love my members, man. I love my family.
I feel that.
That's like, I feel like if you're not around a room of people that want to see you do well, then why are you in that room? You know?
Bro, that's a bar. Say it again.
I said if you're in a
Where is it? Yeah.
I said if you're in a room of people that don't want to see you win, why are you in that room?
Bro, I tell people, I had 2,000 something followers of family and friends. It's no hate or anything, but for the longest, like nobody was like peeping the content, and then all of a sudden it was a bunch of people that didn't know me that were peeping the content. But I still have like the 3 or 4 homies that loved it, and it's like, it's just so cool to be with those people because you also they know you, and the you that's evolving.
If you have genuine love around you, man, reward loyalty, man. Reward that.
Reward loyalty, man. You just got bars today.
That's all I feel.
What's the F on the hat?
That's Free Lords.
Free Lords.
Come on. Man.
Okay, tell me. Do you want to? Can you tell me more about Free Lords? Because I had never seen that design on there.
Booked them.
Booked them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, booked them.
Shout out to Free Lords.
Yeah, they're a great production company.
Oh snap! That's who's put the thing on here. Yeah. Shout out to Free Lords. Honestly, that I gotta get me one. I
gotta get me different colors.
Oh, they got different colors?
Yeah, man.
Oh snap! All right.
I feel like it's an ad.
Well, it's not an ad, bro. I think it's a cool design. I'm in.
No, it really is a cool design, man. They gotta give me the SG one.
Oh, they got an SG.
I mean, at least gotta do a collab.
Oh, okay. I like that. Hey, look, y'all heard it. Free Lords. If you what is this considered, the tri-state area? Is that what we call it? New York, New Jersey. What did we say?
Man, it's Jersey.
Okay,
there,
my
man.
fault. If you in Jersey or if you're in New York, make sure you rocking out. Check out the Free Lords, 100%. I'm locked in with them now, so you already know.
We've been locked.
I just want to take it back to the music right quick. When you think about like the future of music and where you want to be in 10 years, like what is your vision for it? What do you want?
I want to be an exec.
An exec?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean? What do you want to do?
I have an ear for this. I really know. Every artist that I work with, I've seen them like they're very starting, and I know when to call it. I just know it. Okay,
y'all heard it. So who do we need to get on the joint? What's next? What's the next step for you?
You have to see. I'm working them right now.
Okay, you're working the next step.
I'm working them right now.
Okay, you're mid-step right now.
No, I literally have the songs with them right now, but you'll see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got some tunes on the way. What's the vibes?
100%. New song actually dropping. I don't know when this is dropping.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure this out.
At the time when this is dropping.
When it's dropped,
yeah.
either my song is out and you're like, oh my God, or you're like, oh my God, it's about to drop. So so I have a new song coming out. What's the price?
What's the price?
With my producer Aaron. I've been locked in with him for like almost since 2020. That's 6 years deep. And then after that, I'm gonna be dropping new songs basically every other week.
Yeah. I like that. I want to do a couple quick questions toward the end here to just kind of hear what your thoughts are. Who's an artist that is under, like, you think has maybe not gotten their flowers the way they should? That's alive that we can give flowers to right now.
Honestly, I think NateTaylorr.
NateTaylorr for sure.
For sure.
We're gonna give NateTaylorr his flowers before the end of this.
But outside of that, I think Bryson.
100%.
Bryson Tiller.
I agree.
I think Bryson Tiller. He really hasn't gotten like people like they don't give him his flower.
Bro.
Him and Chris Brown.
100%. I'm with you.
Those two. For sure.
I did a video where I think the sophomore slump is in people's heads more than anything else. They don't realize it. Like, Bryson Tiller came out the gate so hard with that first album that I don't know that people even knew what they wanted from him in the second. Because that second album was fire. If you never heard the first one, anyone who discovered Bryson at the second album fell in love with the first album too. But anyone who fell too deeply in love with the first album and maybe set an expectation, I think that's the only way the music he's released since can let you down, because it's amazing.
Bryson's a phenomenal artist, man. They don't give him a lot of credit where it's due, and he keeps it consistent, man. And he always got one.
Oh yeah, and the new joints he got coming out. I also feel like he went through this cycle. He kind of, that last album was very much like a love, like kind of in love with a joint, whatever. And
Bryson Tiller album,
yeah. Well, no, the last one that just came out, or not just, but the one he's working on music now, so he's about to go on tour.
The Neo Trap.
Yeah, and he's doing like a new tour. But the album before this music, the double joint, it felt very much more like almost like Love in the Pocket, the the double disc joint. Felt way more like, I feel like Love, kind of like the Love dichotomy. But then this new joint feels like I'm about to be. I'm
excited. I'm excited to see where it goes, man. I like that because he's got 10 years. He's a vet for sure.
100%.
And Chris Brown, like, they know what they're doing.
When it comes to your fashion, because I feel like every time I see you, you're consistent. How would you describe your fashion in 5 words?
I like clean, cozy.
Clean, cozy.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Simple.
I love that.
Want to know a fun fact?
Fun fact.
I'm colorblind.
You can't see color?
I can't. I don't see. Like, I see color, but I'm colorblind.
Oh.
So my colors I really pick is very simple colors.
Oh. So you can see that you have a green hat on?
Well, yes.
Okay, cool. I didn't know.
I can see, but if I didn't know, they didn't tell me in like the middle, I think this is brown.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Like,
dang.
I also use common sense. Like, you're not gonna wear purple on purple right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm colorblind, so colorblind community, man.
Yeah.
Got us.
Lock in, colorblind community. Is that?
They don't understand our pain. They don't understand our pain.
Hey, yo.
That's why we're black all the time.
I feel you. For Sensitive Gangsta, like, describe Sensitive Gangsta in 10 words or less without using the word Sensitive Gangsta.
It's the allowing of feelings to feel.
It's a 7. That's cold. Allowing the feelings to feel. Y'all heard it. Yeah. I feel that. I think sometimes people try to make sensitive feelings a little bit too much. Like, sometimes you just gotta feel.
And as men, we don't really process. We're not allowed to feel as much. We gotta feel certain emotions, but we actually are allowed to feel a lot.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I actually, to take it a step further, I think you're allowed to feel a lot. You're not allowed to express that feeling.
We're not allowed to express our feelings in certain ways. I feel like there's a certain image of masculinity. Some people are blessed to have certain people in the household and not have in the household. So like you have to kind of push an agenda of what this looks like on paper. Yeah.
You can express your emotions with us.
100%.
100%.
Especially while listening to SG2.
You can express your emotion with the Free Lords too. 100%.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I actually always like to take a second to give flowers to artists. Because I think that we just don't do it enough, especially like as people are on the rise, which you're definitely doing. So I just want to give you your flowers for just like being you unapologetically, and also being exactly what I thought you might be when I saw you. Because when we've talked, you said that.
I'm really me in real life.
You are. 100%.
This ain't a fake facade.
Like, not.
And I only like being around people where like, yo, we were in high school, I know where to hang out with you.
100%.
Like, that's what I don't
bro, you said it when we were on the phone that first time. You were like, we gonna be cool. I know it, and I was like, all right, I feel that.
I just feel like, yo, like, first I'm a person. If I like hanging out with people, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody that's like I feel lesser than me or anything like that. Type of shit. Like, I fuck with you, man. And
I like that.
Also, you fuck with me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I want to give you an opportunity to tell the people in your camera what's the best way to listen to Sensitive Gangsta Volume 2 like in your mind? I have an idea of it, but like, what do you think is the best space by which you could truly feel what Sensitive Gangsta probably has to offer? Because, like, for instance, I said to you earlier, if you're on your wedding day and you're listening to Yeezus, that's not the wave. That's not it. Because, like, you gonna be that angry?
Maybe Bound too. Never
Yeah,
know.
maybe. But I'm talking about as an album. So, but if someone saw this, they're like, man, Sensitive Gangsta 2, that sounds really good. How do you want them to listen to it? What's the best vibe?
So if you're gonna go listen to Sensitive Gangsta, Volume 2, that's out right now on all DSPs by NateTaylorr. I'd like you to take a drive. If you're going through something maybe a little bit, by yourself, listen to it. If you're figuring out a new relationship, you're just starting something new with a girl or a guy or whatever you want to do, like, you know what I'm saying? Just take the time, listen to it, and listen to the words and the feeling, and just around like 8 p.m. wherever you're located, just vibe and listen to it. That's what I would do. It's for sightseeing at the same time, take a walk to it. Yeah, that's what I would expect.
I would piggyback on that to say, at a personal level, where I found my best space was, I live in a city where the buildings light up at night. If I'm riding through the city and it's just like late, not like where there's other cars, just by myself.
Yeah.
And especially when that first one come on.
If you're in New York, FDR.
FDR?
If you're in New York,
all right,
FDR.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's been a blessing to have Nate here. Honestly, bro, I love the music. I love the vibes. Love all the homies. Shout out to the bros. We gonna run it back again. New York, I'm sorry, not New York. New Jersey, stand up. This has been
Central Jersey. Freehold.
This has been an episode of the greatest show on earth,
yes, sir.
Django's Breakdowns. Until next time,
I just
brother.
realized, though, you got me on the second episode talking about SG2, man.
Oh.
Come on, man.
My fault, bro.
Been written.
Yeah, 100%.
Come on, man.
100%.
Let's get it.
Thank you, bro.